Welcome back, all. So, round 3 of our rainforest incursion here, and we are going to fly across kind of the same way we did before when we went up to where that Hinox was. We are going to head toward our pin there, and having the altitude makes getting over there that much quicker. And there's more mighty bananas down there and such. And it's 7 p.m., so I really need to keep an eye on the time just in case there's a blood moon tonight. Ooh, another one. Ow! He pelted me right in the nugget. Jerk. Alright, moving on. So right in front of the second waterfall over here is where that phantom armor will be. God, these things are relentless. Right where it should be. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that on our maps accurately. There it is, baby. It's a sight of beauty. Alright, there it is. Set bonus. Disguise bone attack up. So not only are you high-level stealth right now, which means you can walk around and collect insects, frogs, and lizards with ease, but that bone attack up with any bone-based weaponry, automatic, you're going to get an 80% attack power boost on top of the base level weapon strength. So, that being said, that Dragonbone Moblin Club is a 45 attack power. With that set bonus of bone attack up, add 80%. So the multiplier is 1.8. So it's just shy of double. So it's about 85, give or take. If you eat an attack power meal on top of that, the multiplier is 2.7. That's almost triple. Very, very, very devastating weapon. That is going to be your bread and butter, folks. Especially up until you start killing divine beasts. Alright, so we're going to work our way back now, kind of hit this whole area down here. And anytime you see something like this with 4 little concrete pillar things with a boulder in the middle, sometimes they're metal, sometimes they're stone, but either way you can pick them up. And there's 2 treasure chests under each one. Simply create an ice block and open your treasure. And it looks like one fell off, shame on me. I don't want to waste too much time doing this because I'd really like to get those royal weapons before the blood moon, but it's already 9 p.m. I doubt I'll be able to get over there and get it done in under 2 minutes. So, yeah. Fingers crossed, hopefully it's not a blood moon night. Alright, I promised more mighty bananas and good stuff down here. So let's get to work on that in the time being. Oh yeah, there's going to be a cave over here. Should be a treasure chest with 50 rupees. Just to show you on the map where we're at. And those other treasure chests were right there. I'll start doing a better job of marking the map as well. Okay, jump down to the next level. Oh yeah, pick up every rock. Yellow rune will help to light them up, and spam that pickup button as you do, because a lot of these have hightail lizards, and you're going to need those for suit upgrades later on. There's that big hardy radish. So yes, yellow rune is your friend in this area. Not a big fan of defense in this game, but iron shrooms are for defense. I usually do better with the rocks in this area. Oh yeah, on top of that tree stump looking thing, there's a croc seed. Right on top of this thingamajig. Oh, that was stupid. Wasn't paying attention. No blood moon, excellent. I think it's like the 7th or 8th night is when your first blood moon comes. But of course, some of that depends on killing enemies. If you haven't killed enough things, then you're not going to get a blood moon until a little longer. So, standing next to this pinwheel, you're going to have these balloons that come up out of nowhere. With little propeller-looking things on top. I just like to lob bombs and pop the first couple. And the third one's a little ways away. Long distance bow usually works pretty good for that one. Alright, moving on. I want to say there's some more bananas down here. If not, we're going to go get our royal weapons. But before we do that, we need to cook. Come on. Alright folks, let's go cook something real quick, and then we're going to get to work on those royal weapons. Let me make sure there's nothing else I want to do down here before our blood moon anyway. And I don't think there is. Alright, so let's get over to our Highland stable shrine. And then there's a cooking pot there. We'll get an extra heart meal cooked up or two, especially if you're a beginner. You're gonna want more than one. And attack power. That way, when we get into battle with these electric lizzles, you'll be in good shape to get them dead and get your royal weaponry. I called myself Royal Level Up because I knew a great way to start this game and get some royal weapons. I mean, you can't go wrong if you got some good weaponry working for you. You can't get a better start to this game than with this Phantom Ganon armor and the royal weapons under your belt. Alright, so we're not going to go too crazy here. You should have picked up some zap shrooms from the I'm brain farting again. From the land of the giant trees where we got our horse. If you didn't, then that's okay. I mean, we'll work something else out. But we're only going to use 2, actually. Scratch out. We're going to use all 3. Okay, I didn't think that would get you a high level, but that worked out. I might have got a random bonus on that. Alright, so enough talking. Let's go ahead and throw 4 hardy durians in to your cooking pot. And that'll get you your extra heart. 16 extra hearts. And let's see here. 5... We need, let me do some math here. We need 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 37 is 25. Okay, I'm not going to use any more. But I will do some smaller ones. So, small, regular hardy radish, that's going to be worth 3 extra per. And then, I think I mentioned before, you're going to get 2 extra with each hardy bass. Okay. So I got 1, 12, and 1, 16. That'll get us through the battles with those electric lizzles and get our royal weapons at least. Let's go ahead and get an attack power meal cooked up, or 2. And 4 mighty bananas will get you high level. It will only be 3 minutes and 20 seconds, but that's all you need. We're going to do 2 of those. Alright. Let's go ahead and warp back over to get... Well, I don't need it because I have a high level. But if you only got a mid-level on that electric meal with the mushrooms, then go ahead and warp into this shrine here. The... treasure chest in there will be a piece of the rubber armor. That will be another level of electric defense. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and warp back to my tower, and we're going to get those royal weapons. And there's going to be some more hardy durians and bananas on the way as well. Okay, so where are we going? We are heading off in this direction. We're going to kind of follow this ridge line, but down a little bit. So once again, we're going to kind of jump over here, get some altitude, and then we're just going to kind of stay along this ridge line. Ultimately, we're going to end up down south of this funny-looking jaw thing. There's a clearing right there. That'll be one spot where those lizzles and royal weapons will be. And this will be another. So go ahead and pin those locations on your maps. And like I said, we're going to get there by going along the ridgeline, staying somewhat high up on altitude. Kind of in the middle. We'll be going along some... Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's another thing that armor is good for. It's disguise as well. Luminous stones, we'll be getting some of those along the way as well. Alright, so as promised, more hardy durians. Ooh. Walk, don't run, meaning walk full speed but don't use the B button to sprint. Use that giant boomerang. 2 swats will bust these up. And lots of gemstones. The reason I say walk, don't run is because a lot of times spam the pickup button as you approach these luminous stones. A lot of times there will be beetles just resting on them. The attack power kind. Of course, I'm not having any luck today, but maybe in your games you will. So just spam that A button as you approach these luminous stones. And good luck, hopefully you'll get some more beetles. Okay, so continuing on this ridge line that I pointed out, that's where we are on the map now. We're just going to kind of keep on doing that, coming to more luminous stones as we do. See, look at that. I just spammed that pickup button and I got 2 beetles. I got a bladed beetle and a rugged beetle. I said beetle, whatever that means. Okay, we should see some more luminous stones coming up. You might have some electric lizzle or electric chews. Yep, right about here. Crap, I forgot to spam that one and check for beetles. If you throw a bomb out there, it's just going to kill the beetles. So it's always best to check the stone before you go to blow it up. Oh yeah, and if those chews happen to pop up, it will scare the beetles away, unfortunately. Boo. How do you get flint out of a luminous stone? Isn't that just a regular ore deposit? Programmers, what's up with that? I'm going to have a video with just complaints. And then maybe programmers would appease us and fix some of this stuff. Alright, so I'm pretty much done luminous stone shopping now. When I get to the end of that little ridgeline, I'm right next to that funny, I don't know, mouth-looking thing. And since I have the time in my game, I'm actually gonna, it's only 5 in the morning, my time, in Hyrule. So I'm actually gonna kind of go out and around. And the reason being is there's more goodies to get. There's a bunny hood over here. If you look on the map, there's like 2 hand-looking structures on the map and a head in the middle. We're going to go to that other one right there. There's another fun DLC treasure chest there. And there's also a gold rupee hidden in there and some more Korok seeds. So since I have the time, I might as well go ahead and scoop that stuff up. Use discretion, you know, it's more important to get your royal weaponry, so if it's getting close to nighttime again, you're afraid there might be a blood moon, just go for the royal weapons first. But if you've got the time like I do... oh yeah, there's another Korok seed on top of that funny looking tree. Simple rock to pick up. That statue you see glowing down there, we can't do that yet. That's going to be another shrine, but we need a dragon scale to get in there. It's a spring of something, spring of wisdom, or it's one of those. There's 3 dragons. You got Dinril, Pharaoh, and Lenaru. They each have a different color dragon scale, and they each correspond to one of the 3 springs. So you got the Spring of Courage, the Spring of Wisdom, and the Spring of Power, I think. Alright, so that's where we're on the map now. So the left hand of this funny structure-looking thing is going to be a metal block, and unfortunately this one is kind of a pain. You have to carry that one all the way around to the other hand, where the other part of that puzzle is going to be. Kind of a pain, but we'll get there. Okay, I'm going to put this block down out here in the water. Walk, don't run, because you don't want to wake this guy up. You're going to want to sneak strike him. Another beauty of having full stealth is you can walk right up behind your prey and do a lot of damage. Here's your gold rupee. Okay, now here's where this is going to get interesting. If you slip and lose your footing, you're going to drop the block. So just try to serpentine your way up this little hillside as best as you can. And as promised, on the other hand, you'll find your other puzzle block. And I was having the darndest time with this thing a while back. I was trying to put it in the center there. It just goes on top. Makes it a lot easier. Alright, so there's that little area. And we originally got that block from all the way over there. I'll go ahead and stamp that for you. Okay, now I said that there was a DLC treasure chest. It's actually under the hand. In this little opening here. Very well hidden. I'll go ahead and stamp that. That kind of overlays with that other stamp, unfortunately, but not much I can do about it. It's not the greatest. It increases your climbing speed going sideways, so it helps a little. I think they could have done better on that one, but whatevs. Alright, I'm actually going to go out and around because there's a lot of Lizzle trouble in this area with bow and arrow and shock arrows. Very deadly, so I'm just going to avoid that. And just to show you on the map, I'm now going to kind of go out around, and we're going to come in from this way. If it's not raining in your games, there's another Korok seed you can attempt. I say attempt because it's not an easy one. Using your yellow rune, you'll see a boulder up on top of that little pillar. The only way I've ever been able to get it is stand kind of in this, I don't know, U shape of the statue that's on its side. Stasis. And this is why I say if it's not raining, because you need a bomb arrow. One bomb arrow, and then unstasis. And if you're lucky, that boulder will land to where you can maneuver it and get it kind of in the middle of that square section of this wall. So that's where we're trying to go with it. It's not easy. It's really quite a frustrating Korok seed to get. The boulder usually won't let you roll it, so you have to stasis once more. One-handed weapon, folks. Do not use a two-handed weapon here. You will overshoot your target and get all pissed off. And there you have it. Okay, just to show you on the map where we're at now. Okay, there should be more hardy durians in the area. Before I go down here for my royal weapons, I'm going to take a quick little detour right here. So this round little pond just south of the 3 trees there, there's going to be fairies. And that's probably going to be a good thing to have before you go diving in for your royal weapons. So yeah, why don't we go get our fairies real quick. Fairies in this game act just like any other Zelda game. If you were to die, the fairy would come to your aid, save your life, and give you a few hearts. Of course, we only have 3 heart containers right now, so we'll get a top off that way. I think they only give you 5. It's just enough really to save your life and give you a chance to eat some food. Okay, walk, don't run, so you don't scare them off. Now you're going to have to get a little bit of altitude and then fly down in there. And really spam on that A button as fast as you can. Chances are pretty good you're only going to collect 2. If you're really good, you might get all 3, but I've only ever really gotten 2 by doing this. Just because... Oh, I got all 3, look at that. Okay, there's a treasure chest in here, but to be honest, we're going to come back here anyway to do some Korok seed hunting later on. So right now, let's just make the best use of our time and get back down there and get our royal weapons before that blood moon hits. Okay, walk, don't run, because you got stealth working for you now. So these Lizzles are very well camouflaged. And just to show you on the map, we're at the first of the 2 pins I laid down, or the second I should say. This clearing is where these Lizzles are going to be. And you can see them, but not until you're pretty much right up on them. So, good bow, which means your spiked bow, because that's going to give you an attack power boost with your bone attack up. Save your games, folks. Don't get yourself in a pickle here and screw the pooch. Save your game first before you do anything. So we're going to arm up, suit up, and eat up before we get into any big bar brawl. Arm up, self-explanatory. Equip your best weaponry for the job. Dragon Bone Moblin Club. Actually, I'm going to save that for that Hinox. I'm going to use my Knight's Claymore. Spiked bow, ice arrows. And I'm going to eat up. I'm already suited up. I got my Ganon Phantom armor on here. And I'm going to eat up, meaning extra hearts and attack power. Okay, so first Lizzle is right here. Try to shoot him in the head if possible. Shoot them before they turn on their electricity, because if that happens, it's going to be a bad day for you. Alright, so I got one down. That was only a spear. That is not... I wonder if they'll let me sneak strike. Nope. Okay, so yeah, before they do that, you're going to want to get them frozen. Because if they hit you with electricity, you're going to toss your weapon off into oblivion, and it really sucks. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves a Royal Claymore, shall we? Time to start upgrading weapons here. Actually, all these are going to be gone here in a minute, so... Best of the best. Not a bad shield there. I will definitely go ahead and upgrade that bad boy. Okay, oh yeah. That is a Royal Broadsword equivalent in the Lizzle world. Same attack power. Not quite as durable, but still very, very good attack power. And we're going to get 3 of those in all here. And as I mentioned before, there is still Hardy Durians to be had.